TGIF and happy Friday, members of the Altcoin Buzz army. We're seeing some curious data right now. Good data, but still kind of curious because the market's performing very well. It's up 6.3% on the day in these last 24 hours. We're up above $2.25 trillion total market cap. That's a good sign. This is a lot of positive momentum that's being bolstered at the time of this recording by Bitcoin, which is sitting just below $57,000. And I say curious because so many of our favorite altcoin projects are kind of doing well, but not breaking through that all-time high barrier just yet. It seems as though on this Friday, at least to me, we're experiencing more Bitcoin momentum and altcoins are kind of following BTC's lead, but are somewhat taking a break. Bitcoin, as you can see, up over 7% on the day. Ethereum flirting with $2,800 and a lot of other projects up very nicely, very handsomely. XRP, for example, up nearly 15% in these last 24 hours. We're going to be covering a lot of our favorites today, guys. We have On Binance. They're in the news with a Harmony One partnership. ONE Harmony has just had a terrific set of price movements really these last few days actually that we're going to be discussing. DAFI protocol is in the news. Terra, Virtua, TVK with NFT news. We have AIOZ, we have BlockSwap network, ZeroSwap, SecretSwap, and then we have some positive macro news at the level of what Coinbase is doing. So if you guys like this kind of content, Bitcoin, blockchain, cryptocurrency, and altcoin coverage, then be sure to like and subscribe to Altcoin Buzz. Let's take a look at the gainers here over the course of these last 24 hours. Those top 100 projects that are in the lead right now are Phantom, Pirate Chain. Harmony comes in at number 3, up over 18% on the day. Icon, ICX also performing very well, up over 15%. XRP now up over 15%. Digibyte, shout out to the DGB crowd. You guys are a loyal community, that's for sure. You're up 14% on the day. A lot of positive projects overall, but Tron as well, I gotta say, up nearly 9%. But we're not quite breaking into new all-time high territory when it comes to a lot of these. Either that's because, well, there are various reasons. Either that's because previous all-time highs were set, weeks or maybe months ago and are kind of quite a bit higher and out of reach for the time being. But let's consider a couple projects like Ethereum, for example. So currently $2,759. That's up a percentage point in these last 24 hours. But like I said, it really is the Bitcoin show on this Friday. And we came as high 13 hours ago as $2,799.90. So within 10 cents of 2,800, but not quite. We're down 1.6% off of that all-time high. Maybe by the time you're watching this video, we'll kind of get up and above it, but that remains to be seen. Another project that arguably is kind of taking a bit of a break near its all-time highs is Polygon, currently sitting at rank number 34, just below crypto.com, which is also, look at that, 19.9 cents, just below 20 cents. So I think once it crosses 20 cents CRO, that is, we'll see a return to positive price action for the CRO. Cryptocurrency utility token, which in my opinion is vastly undervalued when you look at how many people they're adding to their ecosystem, but that's all an aside, that's all a tangent. Polygon at number 34, currently down a little bit, 79.8 cents. So that's down almost 11% off of yesterday's high, yesterday's all-time high. In fact, I mean, we talked about regression to the mean yesterday. At a certain point, it was inevitable. We didn't quite hit $1 just yet, but Polygon did peak at 93.7 cents. So like I said, that's kind of how I'm viewing the market right now. We have a lot of projects that are sort of at the cusp of or just about ready to break all-time highs, but they're taking a back seat, at least for the time being, and waiting to see what Bitcoin does, which is now up a little bit more, actually, $56,915 at the time of this recording, which I always have to say because this is a fluid space. It's very dynamic. Things change, but overall, can't complain. Market seems very healthy. All right, let's kick off with this story about OIN Finance here. At Finance OIN is the Twitter handle. This from yesterday, actually. So OIN partners with one of our favorites, Harmony. This collaboration will see OIN utilizing the Harmony protocol ecosystem to issue a ONE, that's ONE backed stablecoin. Benefits include hedge. It is huge, but benefits include the fact that it's a hedge against volatility. It encourages mainstream adoption and driving ONE scarcity. More info about that is available here on medium.com. If you're new to the channel, guys, number one, welcome. But number two, you should be alerted to the fact that I always include all the links that we cover in the description of the video. So you can always peruse this. If you'd like to go over it in more detail, you can find it listed under references in the description of this video. So OIN Finance partners with Harmony to develop a ONE-backed stablecoin. Big news for OIN. Big news for Harmony, which is up, once again, double digits on the day. Harmony, if I do recall, its all-time high is somewhere in the 22-cent range, and it's now about 15 cents. So we're kind of heading back up into that all-time high territory. I think we'll be there personally before too long. Trodl.com with this big news, major announcement at Trodl.com on Twitter. In line with our vision to keep Trodl a 100% community-owned project and to make sure that the team does not control a big chunk of the token supply, we've decided to burn a notable size of the token supply and make TRO fully disinflationary or deflationary, which is always the goal. As announced earlier, we have successfully burned 400 million TRO. Wow, 400 million TRO. That is 40% of the total supply. So total supply being $1 billion, putting two and two together. So 40%, which paves the way for decentralization. At today's rate, we just burned $4,800,000 worth of TRO, which also includes 50% of the team allocation. This really, I mean, not to call this a fashionable kind of fad or anything like that. I don't mean to sound condescending at all, but this is a positive trend that we're seeing right now. Companies putting their money where their mouths are and burning off huge amounts of their tokens. We saw this with CRO, recently burning 70% of the CRO supply. That is ongoing. Now Trodl burning 40% of the TRO supply. That's fantastic. To me, it's not the kind of thing you can argue against. That really is the definition of putting your money where your mouth is and adding scarcity to the ecosystem, right? Thus improving the value and the perception of your project. At least that's how I see it. Kudos to Trodl. DAFI protocol is in the news here. It's almost here. The DAFI Simulate product will soon go live on the 30th of April. That is today. I am recording this on the 30th of April. This is the start. This is the start. Reinventing rewards for every decentralized network. DAFI Simulate launching on April 30th. The first product to create synthetic D tokens will be launched on Friday, April 30th. That is indeed today, so be on the lookout for that. This is from actually a few days ago, so more than anything, I'm just reminding you guys, this was originally tweeted on the 27th of April. Terra Virtua TVK is in the news. If you guys have not checked out our Terra Virtua interview that Leia conducted, quite a visionary project in terms of how they're approaching NFTs, right? Non-fungible tokens, their vision for the space, where they really think NFT functionality is going to go. We haven't even scratched the surface yet, and the team, they do a great job as far as laying out just how big this space is with, the right applications. I'm not a really big fan of the multi-million-dollar JPEG NFTs. That's not what Terra Virtua is about. So check out that full interview for more information if that's what interests you. But in the meantime, here's the update. An absolutely stunning piece is coming on Terra Virtua art. The latest art by Amrita piece is visually stunning and an amazing commentary on the hashtag NFT non-fungible token space. NFT art TVK. Again, these guys are doing something pretty special. They're very unique in this space, right? In this non-fungible token Wild West, right? Almost kind of new world that we're colonizing. So check out their work, support them, check out our video as well. TVK is doing some fantastic work indeed. AIOZ network here is in the news. This from yesterday. Can you believe it? There's over 200,000 AIOZ network nodes globally. 200K. Wow. This significant milestone allows us to improve our infrastructure and grow our community through automated incentives created with the AIOZ token. I had no idea they were already at 200K nodes. That is indeed a very notable and a very commendable milestone. You can read more about it here on medium.com. The AIOZ network, we have reached 200,000 nodes. 20,000 nodes, excuse me. I was saying 200,000 there. I guess I'm dyslexic this whole time. 20,000 nodes. So still ultra impressive. 20K. Congratulations to AIOZ. Talking about Polygon as we were a moment ago, it is in the neighborhood, MATIC, that is MATIC, of new all-time highs. Sooner or later, we'll get to that $1 mark. BlockSwap network is talking about Polygon. Whose house? Polygon's house. BlockSwap team is thrilled to welcome 0x Polygon, previously known as MATIC Network, as a stakehouse operator into the stakehouse game. Polygon House incoming. If you're unfamiliar with BlockSwap network or the developments here that they're referring to, check out this piece on blog.blockswap.network. Whose stakehouse? Polygon's stakehouse. A very impressive integration. ZeroSwap here is in the news. Partnership with Gen Shards will open more avenues to launch tokens on multi-chains through Zdo. Hashtag Polygon, hashtag Heco chain. Hashtag Binance Smart Chain, hashtag Ethereum, referring to this from the 29th of April. Genesis, the so-called first life, day 4 of 7, GenPad upstream IDO partners, introducing our first cohort of IDO partners, Mantra DAO Zendit, Card Starter, ZeroSwap Labs, Zdo, Kickpad, and Finminity. 4 days to launch. Read and share more on medium.com. You can check that out. SecretSwap here is in the news in our last altcoin story before moving on to the macro level news. SecretSwap LPs know the secret. 1 to 200% APY for LPs on the following pools: Secret CeFi, Secret WBTC, Secret Ethereum, Secret USDT, Secret Link, Secret Rune, and Secret RSR. Stake SEFI for even more rewards, and stake SCRT to secure the network. Go to secretswap.io for more information. All right, and just to end off the video here, we have some positive news out of Coinbase. This from yesterday, the 29th of April, at Coinbase on Twitter. We're now offering customers in the US a simple and speedy way to buy crypto on Coinbase using PayPal. Not too bad. We're now one step further in bringing everyone easy and secure access to the cryptocurrency. Learn how here. More information is available on blog.coinbase.com. Coinbase for me is already, I kind of view Coinbase and the coin stock as a bit of a gateway drug for a lot of people. I've talked about this before, and not to disparage Coinbase. This is not meant as a slight or whatever, but Coinbase is kind of the worst exchange out there. It's easy to use. It's in terms of functionality though. Let's be honest, their offering is pretty sparse. There's not a lot you can do with Coinbase other than spot market purchases. I'm not talking about Coinbase Pro, but Coinbase to me is nowhere near the functionality or the utility of a Binance or even tier B, tier C exchanges. I won't name what those are in my opinion, but Coinbase is not exactly the most elaborate in terms of what you can do with Coinbase and the projects that you can access via Coinbase, but it's easy to use, and it's a gateway drug, and it's that 1 foot in the water for people that are trying to, gauge the temperature and get into the space. This is more, this is a story, I should say, that's in line with that DNA, that's in line with that mission to be the gateway drug for a generation of people getting into crypto for the first time. So Coinbase to acquire leading institutional data analytics platform Skew. More good news, the acquisition allows Coinbase to provide real-time actionable data analytics to institutions and traders. It enhances Coinbase's Prime offering and helps customers make more informed trading decisions. And the team from Skew bring a wealth of crypto and financial services experience, particularly with derivatives. So it looks like they have fertile ground to perhaps expand that offering of functionality if they so choose. Kudos to Coinbase. All right, members of the Altcoin Buzz Army, that about does it for this Friday. As always, there is so much happening in this space. My recommendation is that you follow us on all the regular social media channels in order to stay up to date. Keep checking also into altcoinbuzz.io. That is our website. Hey, and if you enjoyed this video, you know what you got to do. You got to like, subscribe, share. You got to hit the bell to receive notifications. Share the good word. Tell your friends about us. After all, cryptocurrency is growing. It's mimetic in the original sense. The more people hear about it, the more that good word spreads. So I hope you can be, in your own right, an apostle or a disciple or an evangelical in this cryptocurrency space, because it's catching on and we think it's going to go somewhere. I think one day this crypto space is going to make it, if you ask us, in our humble opinion. None of what we talk about here in the videos, none of what we write about on the website, the articles, none of it is financial advice. However, that being said, many of you guys are investing. If you choose to invest, I genuinely wish you all the very best of luck. I hope you enrich yourself to just like ridiculous proportions. I hope you change your life in this space, and I hope you do good in the world. That's honestly my sincere goal with the work that we do here. So best of luck if you do choose to invest. Stay safe, first and foremost, members of the Altcoin Buzz Army. Happy Friday. Have a great tail end to your week, a great start to your weekend. And as always, we hope to see you again soon in our next video. Take care.